All right, let's see if it all connected. Yes. Okay, so we're live. We are live. So now I got to test to make sure that I'm live where I want to be. Let's see. I went live on not only. Let's see. Can I see my channel? There we go. And yeah, so I am live on not only my. Cool. Okay, but it's looking kind of crappy on YouTube. Let me see why. It'll give me warnings. Anyway, let me check on Facebook also, because of course I don't want to ignore you guys. Let's see if it looks terrible there. So I'm multi-streaming. Okay, well it looks good here. So, okay, now it's looking good on YouTube. So cool. Michael, Lucy, what's going on? So right now I'm testing my beta of MimoLive, and I wanted to kind of show everybody at the same time what I'm doing. And what's cool is I am not using a service. I'm streaming on Facebook and on YouTube simultaneously from my one application, and that's the beauty of it. So I also want to test out comments. So if you have the ability of sending me a comment, that'll at least help me out with my test. So feel free to send me any kind of messages at all, because then I'll be able to post it on the screen, and hopefully all that would work out well as well. So the other thing I got to do is set it up so that I can show the comments on screen. Because the other time I tested this, I did not realize that you had to add something for the comments to show up. Now that I do, I'm going to do that now and add it. So I got comments, yay. But of course I need comments in order for it to work. But yeah, it looks great on both platforms. I'm watching both on YouTube and on stuff. And I'm also making sure that if there is a comment, that it actually shows up on my platform so I can show up on screen. Juan Salgado, what's going on? Demonstrating my application, trying to make sure that everything works beautifully, and also the ability to show the public what it's capable of doing. So, Juan, I need you to send me a DM. Actually, you know what? I'm going to send you a DM today, because this month I'm actually clear, and I'm going to have some shows that I want to produce today, this month. So I'm looking forward to that. Where do you see comments on a dashboard? Cool. So let's show that and make that live. Good morning. Okay, so I got Eileen Smith also on YouTube, so I'm going to show her comment. Awesome. And so you'll see where the comment is coming from due to the icon that's represented there. I'm able to then see comments from both platforms, place them on screen, and it's not cumbersome at all. So it's beautiful. What's up, Lee Michaels? How are you? So, so simply put, I'm able to now put comments on multi-streaming without using any special services. I'm able to do all my graphics, my lower thirds. The video quality, yes, it's 720 on both platforms, which is great. I'm using a hardware encoder, which is built into my computer. And then what's also nice is that I'm able to, I can multi-stream to multiple Facebook pages at the same time as well. So if I want to do stream, and I can add them on the fly. So if I said, you know what, let me just add that now and go live on another Facebook page, I can do that as I'm already streaming. So that's kind of neat. What's going on, Lee Michaels? Good to see you. Haven't seen you. I'm good, looking good. Thank you. So so he's also sending comments. So then let me see, there's not an easy way to show the interface. So I'm going to show the interface so that those who are interested. Now, so here's the thing. You guys can actually, and I'm going to show you the interface to this application. So I sell this application. For those who may not know, I do offer this application. And I'm going to now show you the interface. So this is the interface. And of course, you don't see me on the top corner because I'm blocking it with myself. Now, what's cool is the level of control you have. And let me see if I can show you some of the features. So you can see all these layers that I have capability of adding, all in real time. So let's make some go live. Although I don't have any breaking news, so I'm not going to throw that one on live. And also I have this layer on the top of everything. So I'm going to drag this down. I'll do that this way. And this is all happening in real time. So what you're seeing is actually what I'm doing right now. And let me see, also, can you make the comment stick? Yeah, I can control the comment and leave it on screen as long as I want. So I'm the one that was clicking it on and off. But yes, I can keep it on screen, Eileen. It's very flexible in that respect. So here, I'll actually bring in the comment window. So you can see this. This is the window that I'm bringing into screen here, where you see the comments show up, and you can see that it's Facebook and YouTube comments. And what's cool is you choose which one you want to go live. And you can see how responsive that is. And you can see that over here, that's what I'm dragging around. That is the box that's going to allow me to show the comments. Now, over here in the center, I can choose how the comments show up or the alignment of the text. Of course, I want it to be left. And this preview shows me how it's laid out. I can also have a background animation. So if I want to have, let's say, a little video playing in the background, which is kind of silly, but you know, there's your animation video playing in the background. You can do all sorts of things. You have a lot of control in terms of creativity. If you have access to like Adobe software, hold on, I should be putting my face up in here. So let me put my face up in here. Of course, I should have set that up in advance, but let me do that. So I thought I had it set up already. So that's a screen source. I'm going to have this be a screen source. So I'm going to have this be my camera. And so basically you're watching this happen in real time. So and then if I want to make that go live, so this little placer, I have to make it live, but on top of the graphics. So this whole layout here basically is a layered setup, meaning whatever is on top of other graphics is what will show on top of the graphics, very much like when you do Photoshop. Send me info about the software. So this software I sell on my website. If you wish to go to livestreamingmaster.com, you will see, and I'm going to show you the website right now. And so this is the website. I probably should have made it smaller, so give me a second. Sorry about that, guys. So, you know, of course, what you want to do is have all this set up in advance, because doing it the way I'm doing it right now, not professional. You want to do all your stuff with plenty of anticipation. And then, of course, you can have logos and all that type of stuff on a variety of different things. So let me reduce the size of that font. There we go. And of course, you can choose a different font. So if you go to livestreammaster.com, this application's for sale there. Now, let me remove this interface from blocking your view of me. So what it does is you can do anything. Sports, weather, news. There is a application for the iPhone called Reporter. And now Reporter allows me to do a news program. And okay, sorry. So, because I should not be reading comments from my iPhone and iPad because the comments are right in front of me. So, whatever you choose to do, you can, of course, put your branding. So, I have two brandings, Live Streaming Master, which is there. And then my other logo for the Lounge Network, because I usually create this content for the Lounge. Now, what's neat is you can set up sponsors, commercials, all sorts of graphics, lower thirds. So, a quick glimpse of a lower third here. Is this one, and you can do them with little animated stuff going on. Here is another one. Cool, right? Now this is what the one that we have set up for the news company for Cox Media, where I set them up to be able to broadcast like CNN, and you'll see me putting it on the timeline on my timeline all the time, because I want you to see what a professional looking broadcast looks like by people who've never done it before. These are all news reporters who write for a newspaper who are now doing television style news using a tool like this, broadcasting to the internet, and they get millions of views. And we've only been broadcasting now for 3 or 4 months since the setup. So much so is the success that they're able to now monetize and show that they have numbers by having all these different things. So other things you could do. You can have your logo up here spinning around. So you can see that these are all setups from other broadcasts that I've done for other people and other companies whenever I do production. So I'm multi-streaming right now. Yes, you can have guests. So you can do guests like so. Well, this is actually showing something else. I should not have shown this. Let me see if I can show you something. So like here's a television style interview, and I can have, let's say, another caller using the iPhone application on screen. Here, I'm just going to show myself twice. So you can see that you can have multi-camera. You can have about 10, I'll do 6 safely, all controlled by your bandwidth. So of course your internet has to be a pretty good, robust internet. And what else can I tell you? So those who are not doing this as a profession, those who just want to go on Facebook, maybe do some basic marketing, stuff like that, this application, you can pay $200 a year for the license to do all this. So $200 gets you off the ground. Now, if you're a professional and you're broadcasting, you're making money, you're monetizing and all that stuff, the license is a little bit higher. It's all on the website, livestreamingmaster.com. So, and so for $200, if you think about it, like if you're doing MimoLive and stuff like that, MimoLive is a monthly fee of I don't know how much. And if you calculate it all, then, you know, it costs more. So again, this is the web page you can go to. And it is called MimoLive. And so there you can look at the packages. All the information is on the Live Streaming Master under MimoLive. If you're interested to buy, there's a shop button on the website, and you can buy. Now, it takes the transaction. I'm getting a little bit of slowdown on performance on the internet because I am multi-streaming. And I get a bandwidth of upload speed of 6 megabits. So right now, you're watching is a 6 megabit upload to both YouTube and Facebook. And if you think the broadcast quality is great, I'm only using one light, a blue microphone, a webcam, and the application. So you can see if you think you like this quality, it didn't cost that much. The light is very inexpensive. It's not using LEDs or anything like that. So I see William is here. What's up, William? And you got to run, Eileen. Thank you so much for stopping by. I love you. I've been watching you, my friend. And I see William is inviting Jason. So Jason, you've seen this stuff before. In fact, William, you've seen this before. In fact, you've joined me before on camera. Right now, if I wanted any of you guys to come on camera, what's cool is I can send you a link through this application, which will automatically just bring you on camera. And so that's the power of this application. What else can I tell you? So, well, let me show you some of the things you can do. And if anybody, has anybody liked? Let me see if anybody's liked. Hello, Donna. Thank you for joining. So, for example, you can do things like a countdown. Let me get this comment off screen. It's time for me to win $1 million. So now what's cool is, let's say a countdown like this. You know, when you start your show, you can do, let's see if I can remember how to change this. So if I want to do this a month from now, there. So let's see if that changes anything. Where's the year? Oh, there you go, 2018. There. So now you can basically tell what's happening. Well, can't wait to hear all about it. Well, this is just the beginning, Donna. This is the application. This is a beta version. So this beta is just some of the stuff that you're capable of doing or will be doing on the application, even if you get it today. So we'll probably be releasing this once I've worked out any kinks and things of that nature. But it's very powerful, beautiful. It's a beautiful application. You can do all sorts of, graphics really quick. You can do information showing up on screen. You've seen me broadcast using this application before. The reason I'm bringing it up now is because, now I'm able to offer it directly to you guys. This is an application that not a lot of people have been using in our community. In fact, everybody's caught up with Wirecast and a lot of the really expensive packages and stuff like that. And I said, okay, well, look, I've been interviewing celebrities with this thing. I've been doing lots of shows, and I'm like, everybody's always asked, Carlos, what are you using? What are you using? Ecamm, for example, is one I played with, and it's great. But I felt it's time, now that I'm offering my services, now that I started my business with Live Streaming Master, I have the ability of selling Wirecast gear and a TriCaster, but a lot of my community is not going to be able to afford that. It's really expensive equipment, $10,000, $15,000. Wirecast gear is between $5,000 and $10,000. So I figured if you have a Mac, which some of you do, and I know a lot of you don't, so my apologies. This application is something I've been using for about 9 years. So this has been around 9 years. I've been using it way back. And of course, they've been improving on it and adding to it. And so I figured, you know what? Let me show what it is capable of publicly to everybody, finally. And to offer it at $200 a year, I think is a great deal. So if you do buy, you can pay for it right there on the website. And I'm not trying to sell you, but I am trying to demonstrate there's options. And for $200, maybe it's expensive for some of you. Ecamm would be a great solution if you're a Mac user. It is an amazing program. Would never knock it. In fact, this application can act as a webcam for Ecamm. What? In other words, you can use Ecamm as your broadcaster, although I am multi-broadcasting right now without any extra software or paying a third-party company to multicast. I can stream right now to my Live Streaming Master Facebook page, my Carlos Phoenix Facebook page, and right now, as I'm doing on YouTube, if you find Live Streaming Master on YouTube, this same broadcast is also there. Eileen Smith was just there, and if you notice, her comments came from YouTube. And so I'm able to bring comments from there too. I can also broadcast to Twitch and bring comments from Twitch. I can also broadcast to any of the platforms, of course. But it is now integrated with comments for, I knew you were working on something. What does the platform belong to? This is not a platform, it's just an application. Now, this is nothing. What I have planned for you guys this year is even way bigger than this. But I'm not going to get into that. In fact, we just are opening our studio in Atlanta with green screen, white screen. It's very beautiful. It's going to be, it's going to have a radio station included. There's a lot of stuff that I'm working on. You can get all that information eventually in livestreamingmaster.com. I just do that because I know it looks gray, and it is gray. So, all right, what else can I share with you? Of course, if you want to start your show, you can have your stopwatch, just like you see in up. So I'm getting some streaming inconsistencies on YouTube. So it tells you, it'll warn you when your internet speed is being affected. What's great about the application is that it will reduce its bit rate based on the internet slowing down, and then it'll increase when it goes back up. Really cool. So what can, let me see if I can show you how this works. So I'm going to start the clock, and then so if I start a pre-show, of course you have your countdown, you can change the color and all type of stuff. So it's going on YouTube as well. So yes, Donna, it's also going on YouTube, the same exact broadcast. Oh my God, I could be a beta tester, or is it literally ready now? So 90% of the application that I've been using, this is an application I've been using for years. Most of everything I'm showing you, including the stopwatch and all that stuff, is now. The fact that I'm multi-streaming and comments is a beta. So, but this is what you're seeing. You're seeing a beta in action. It looks pretty good. I'm looking at YouTube right now. The comment is showing up because, of course, there's a delay, 10 to 15 seconds. And let's see. I know someone who will want this. Well, good. Send them to livestreamingmaster.com and they too can join and have for $200, or unless they're a professional. And there's going to be a lot of questions as to what determines a professional and stuff like that. It comes down to, if you're a professional, you're making money on your broadcasts. And so we would want you, if you're making money, for us to not take a hit, if you know what I mean. Now, there's also broadcast. So there's a broadcast license. The broadcast license enhances the application with a lot more NDI capability. That's a lot of tech stuff. And you definitely would have a lot of money if you were a broadcaster and using NDI for, let's say, a convention. In other words, if you are, we're about to do this soon here in Atlanta, if you are doing a convention where you have multiple rooms and you just have one multi-camera streaming device, you can use Blackmagic. You can use PTZ optic cameras, which I sell. You can also stream out to a live view, which is if you don't have good internet in a location. So I sell that as well. And then if you have another room where there's a camera and they're doing some kind of a broadcast there, you can control it through your Ethernet connection or your network connection through NDI and access everything in one location. So NDI is a big part of this technology. Boy, it's funny because I just was going to go live and just show off some basics. So here's, let's say, another example of a lower third. You can see there's a background stuff going on there. I see YouTube is having a little bit of problem again. So, but it still looks great. So it'll adjust and all that stuff. It'll give me a warning saying, hey, just keep your eye on the internet and stuff like that. And again, I'm going to show you the interface one more time because when you look at it, it is a little blinding, but I will offer training if anybody needs. Whew, let me catch my breath. All right. So this is the interface. And so over here on the left is your sources, your graphics, everything you want to collect, everything you want to know that you're going to use in the show. On top of that, you'll see over here, there's a section called Mimo Call. So here's where I can, I dropped a few frames on YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. I hope you don't quit on me. So over here, you have Mimo Calls. And Mimo Calls is what we call when a person comes on camera with me. And they don't have to use anything. They don't have to have anything other than a browser, a Chrome browser on their computer. They'll automatically, okay, so it's telling me that it's adjusting. So let me show you what it's showing. You see this little warning right here in orange? It's saying that it's adjusting for low internet bandwidth. So it might come out a little fuzzy, a little blurry for a moment. And then once the internet speed increases, it'll then, see, it just increased. And therefore everything's back to normal at full frame rate. So it tells you, it's informing you. The Mimo Call, I can have up to 6 callers come in and basically do, an interface where you can have all 6 callers on screen at the same time. Now let me see if I have that set up. So let me show you here. Let me turn on all 6. Oh wait, hold on. There. So now I can have this set up, and I can have 5 other callers here. And I can have as many, all the controls I want. What else can I show you? I can change the layout of this. For example, I can have me and 2 callers. I can have a setup where you can have up to 6 callers. And I can control their volumes. I can control all that type of stuff. And up to 6 callers, that's right. Now, of course, you need to have the bandwidth for this. In other words, you need to have the speed, the download speed and the upload speed to be able to pull it off. So if you don't, then you would need a third-party service if you want to do something similar. Although the third-party service won't help you in respect to having the other callers, because you do need your download speed to be up to par. Now, each caller will actually be able to see what's going on. They get a full preview of the whole show in real time, so they can respond immediately to anything else that's going on the show. So very cool in that respect. You can do a video playlist. So an example, let's say I'm broadcasting multiple TV shows back to back. I load them all up here, I create the playlist, and I broadcast. And then one by one, each video will play back to back. What else can I tell you? You can do picture in picture. Let's see. Do I have anything set up for that? I don't. And of course, if you have an iPad or an iPhone, can you show the colors bigger on the screen? Yeah, so even though I may have the 6 section, you can actually control immediately on your keyboard which one can zoom in and out because they're speaking. And you have total control over all that. Good question, though, because a lot of what I see, like, let's say Zoom. Zoom is a great multi-person broadcasting system. It's just that it's ugly. It's an ugly interface. But it has an automatic switcher where if it hears somebody speaking loudly, it'll then switch to that person. This doesn't have that, although I hear that the technology might now be in there because there isn't a feature called auto switch, but I have not played with that. So interesting. Haven't thought about that yet. So what else can I tell you it does? And what's cool is I don't now, when I say goodbye to this broadcast, it's going to be on both Facebook and YouTube. I don't have to upload anything. Now on YouTube, what I don't like is that I was not able to write a description. Can you play a video on the application? Yes, of course. I don't think I have anything set up right now. Oh, actually, I think I do. Let me see. So here's one. Here's another. So yes, you can. And it'll be, equal quality, nothing diminished. Also, you can broadcast in 4K. A lot of people don't know. Good question. Good question. Is it? Yes, I did mention that before. Sorry, Lee. It is Mac only. On Windows, I see a lot of hiccups. So I sell Wirecast gear, which is a Windows hardware software combination. And even that has issues. Also, their call-in capability is that no uploads needed to go to YouTube. Uploads automatically. Great. Yeah, well, I mean, if let's say, for example, you tell me to go to YouTube or show something on YouTube, I can make that happen. I don't know if that helps in any way, but yeah, I can make that happen. So, let's see. Oh, that's not going to show up right now. So I can have my iPad, let's say, hooked up to YouTube. The sound is good because I'm using a blue microphone. So let me show you what it looks like on my side. If you get dizzy, and so this is another thing you can do. So this information is coming from an RSS feed of a website. So if you want to have like information or the latest reports from your website, you can automatically have that happen here. And you can change your logo and graphics behind it and so on. And I'm showing you a lot of stuff. If you notice, all these are layers that they can just work all simultaneously. I mean, I can overflow this thing and go nuts. And I don't expect any crashes or anything because I'm on Mac. And so with Windows, you start creating all these layers and going really nuts. And I'll have my little end credits. You can actually overload the system and stuff like that. Right now, I'm using less than 20% with all these graphics on my Mac. So the only thing that I would be concerned about is your internet bandwidth. So there. And again, nobody even knows this application exists. This is fairly popular in Europe. I am a distributor here in the United States, and so there. You can do little presentations with your iPhone, your iPad, and have it be a little graphic. Oops, sorry, wrong direction. A little graphic there, and you can have that iPad inside of this iPhone or iPad. Of course, I did mention this. And you can have it set up for different shows, so I can instantly have it set up for another guest. So if you have a shows or multiple shows back to back, and let me show you quickly. So if you have multiple shows, I can instantly kind of just prepare the graphics for other shows and the names and all that type of stuff, and not have to worry. Look how quickly and instant that is. So you can prepare multiple shows and just hit save, and then all that template is in place. You can have graphics. Let's say you're branding. Let's say I'm doing shows for multiple companies. So now I want to have Bubble Media instead of Live Streaming Master. And you can have all that stuff prepared in advance. You can do, you can sell or resell or do whatever you need to do. Which then at that point you're going into making money with your branding. So, what other questions can I answer? That feature is helpful. Showing the iPad on the screen. Yeah, it's helpful. Or you can have it take over the screen. There's so many things you can do. You have total control of where your inputs and outputs are. Now, for those of you a little bit more professional, let me grab this little logo off the screen. That's not what I want. This is the one I want. Okay, so other things you can do. If you're an NDI, let's say there's someone else who has a TriCaster and they want to broadcast what I'm doing here because they have other setups. This whole setup can become an NDI camera to that setup. So I have the ability of outputting to NDI. I have the ability of outputting to a monitor, a Blackmagic device, a hardware streaming device. This can be a virtual camera to other streaming applications, meaning this application becomes the webcam to another application. Graphics and logo, brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. So what else can I tell you? And I've probably shown you approximately 10% of what this is capable of doing. I can go really crazy. I think the other day I showed, like, let's say sports scores. So if you're a sports person and you want to be able to show scores, watch this. And of course, you can change it for any kind of sport you want. You can do a live game and you have your little sports scores on the top. You can go on and on and on. So Donna is saying, hi, Brigetti, and hello, Brigetti. Thank you for joining. I thought you might be interested in watching this live stream of Carlos showing this application. So again, this application is something I've been using for about 9 years. I will only use this application, although I train in Wirecast and in TriCaster and in multiple applications like vMix and so on. But for me, being a Mac user, I will only use this application unless the other applications catch up. And so some of the applications are really powerful, also will not knock those. They're really good, and that's why I sell them. There is no hardware version of this, but with any Mac, any current Mac, you're not going to need all that hardware because the way they process this, it is amazing. What's up, Kevin? Great to see you. Carlos will pay a visit to my next trip through Atlanta. Well, you better. In fact, I'm supposed to be hopefully getting a visit either today or Friday by Isai Morales. I hope. But that's another conversation there. So what else can I tell you about this application? So it's well integrated with iOS, so you can have iPhone and iPad show up on screen, either full screen, let's say showing a video and stuff like that. You can do multi-camera. Of course, you can have up to 5 or 6 cameras. It broadcasts in 4K. You can also have a 360-degree camera, a high-end one, and broadcast that with graphics and layers going to be used via an iPad. Okay, so the answer is no, but you can remote control it with an iPhone or an iPad. Ooh, this is where it gets really cool. So, and I'm not going to show the iPad on screen because it gets really complex there. So what I'm going to do is, let me see if I have that installed. Yeah. So there's an app called Mimo Remote. And Mimo Remote allows me to remote control. I don't have an interface set up. What it allows me to do is, let me show you the interface. And that way I can kind of break it down a little bit better. Okay. So this middle section here is your switcher, right? Everything I click here, I can make live. What's cool is that on the iPhone or iPad, I can make these buttons on the iPad screen. So you basically can create a remote control service on your iPad or iPhone. So you can be away from camera and still have the graphics show, the camera switching, and all that type of stuff, and still be a single producer while you're on front of camera and you just subtly are either clicking your phone to switch things and make things happen. So that part is really cool. You can buy a hardware piece, but I think that integration with iPhone and iPad is awesome. And yeah, it's one of the things I love about these guys. They make some great hardware and software combinations, especially with iPhone and iPad. So that pretty much covers a majority of what I see people doing or wanting to do. I try to get it as affordably as possible to my community, which is basically the ability to use all these type of tools at a very low cost that's reasonable. It is paid by the year, so it's $200 for the year. And then what I'll do is I will email you your license. And then if you have any questions on it, you can always call me. So let's see, can you have dual users? So it is attached to your computer. It is not an application that you can just kind of throw into a bunch of computers and use the same license. It'll knock each other out. If that answers your question. All right, so now let me remove this. Okay, so if you have any other questions, I am Carlos Phoenix. You can direct message me here, or you can send a comment on YouTube if you're watching from YouTube. And I think that covers everything I wanted to say. Again, you can go to livestreamingmaster.com to get more information of this application and all its features. I will be updating the website when the beta is released to the public. This is the beta version. And the only differences on the beta is the ability to multi-stream to multiple platforms or multi-stream to Facebook itself. And then also you can also record the whole show on your hard drive. You can send it to an external device or Blackmagic. You can create it as a virtual camera. You can actually have this whole interface on a TV screen separately. There's a lot of things you can do. So let's see. You mean like Zoom lets you give someone else the use of the controls while you're on live? No, not virtually, no. Because we're not an online, it's not an online platform. Zoom is an online-only platform. There is no special software. Hello, Christian. What's up, Nick? What's up? So, Nick, I'm showing off the application that I use. I guess if you've been here for a little bit, that I do some of my programs and shows with. And as a reseller, I now sell it. I also sell many other things. On the website, I'll be adding a lot of the hardware and stuff. What's up, Jason? Jason, you have to watch the replay. Because I was just showing all the features that I have on, well, not all the features, a few of the features that I have on my application. I'm showing off the beta version, which will be really interesting to a lot of you guys who like to do broadcasts. I'm going to show one last feature, which may interest you guys, and hopefully it will. So this is a feature. Oh, sorry. This is a feature where it will treat your camera. How do I even explain it? Let's say I am, well, here, I'm just going to do it. So the camera's now going to zoom in. And the reason the camera's going to zoom in is because it's going to follow me. So what's going to happen now is if I move a little bit to this way, it should move with me. And if I move a little bit this way, and this is the same webcam. So, cool feature. Would I use it? I have not. But if you are using a 4K camera, then it's really cool. So now I'm going to just zoom out, and it just does it. No hands. This is a webcam, so it's not like the webcam has a zoom capability. But the application will allow you to have, if you're walking on stage, for example, and you're moving too much and you don't have a camera guy, you can have it follow you. So let's see. There's a couple of comments I didn't want to ignore. Okay, hold on. So it says, my girl has a podcast that this thing might be great for. Plus, I'm thinking about getting back into hosting. You'll follow up with me. Yeah, in fact, we got to follow up because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on, Nick, and I think we'd have a great conversation. Nice. Name of the app. We talk about this app all the time, Jason. The application and information breakdown, again, is going to be on livestreamingmaster.com. It has all the details. It supports NDI and 4K and 360 video and all that type of stuff. If you go to MimoLive on the website, it has all the details. Right now, we're offering it for $200 to users who are not necessarily a business that's making a profit using live streaming. If you are a producer, if you are doing content to make money, then you go to the next level. And if you are education and stuff like that, that education and personal is what I'm selling $200 for. The application can be sold in multiple years or a single year. And so MimoLive, this is the application I've always been using for about 10 years. I just want to show some of the new features. I'm currently broadcasting on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time. And I can also multicast to all my Facebook pages at the same time without it being a shared. So I know a lot of people are paying for a service where when you go live, it'll then automatically share to other pages. This will just broadcast directly to those pages. Whether you want to do that or not, that's completely up to you, but the capability is there, and all the comments will still show up regardless of which page they're coming in from. So that's very cool. So, and it's not M-E-M-O. So let me, I should have just, here, let me show you where you can go. So this is the page itself, the page link. And if you're interested, that's where you'll find information about MimoLive. And okay, what else? So Felix says, very nice. Zeph apparently is here. This is really good. Well, Zeph has seen this before. In fact, she's seen it in action when we were in Connecticut together. So she's actually seen the interface, and we've talked about her using it possibly and so on. So it is Mac only for those who might have come in late. So my apologies for that. Now, what's cool is when I stop the show, it'll automatically stop in YouTube and Facebook at the same time. If I had recorded it, it'll then also have a recording. If I had a 4K camera, I could be streaming in 4K to YouTube and 720 to Facebook. For all those little technical guys who are interested in that type of thing, you can't see it. Can't see what? Oh, you can't. Okay, so it's livestreamingmaster.com/MimoLive. M-I-M-O live. So let me see if I can show that to you a little bit better. And then let me see if I can reduce this font. There we go. And so for those who can't see the screen, this is the page. Cool. So any other questions, again, you can direct message me or send me a comment on YouTube. Now, the YouTube page, if you're curious, is Live Streaming Master. And I'll be putting more content on that page as soon as I get the business completely organized with my partners and so on. So that's about it, guys. I appreciate you just watching my ranting. And this is extremely powerful. You can do intros, outros, video playback, as you've seen me do with other shows. It's capable of a lot. And you can have it as broadcast quality as you need. You can have your high-end, super-duper 4K, red cameras, no sound. Did I cut out my sound? Well, it shows that it's showing sound. Sound is gone. Well, let's see. I have my preview here. I still have sound here. No sound. So Donna, I'm sorry. It's your side. All right, guys. Have a great day. Watch the replay if you just got on board. It's got a lot of visual information. Now you guys are saying I don't have sound at all. Well, that's a little odd. Sorry. It's your side. All right, guys. Have a great day. Okay.